In this episode, we camp alongside snakes, sloths, and other amazing wildlife, tackle some sketchy mountain roads on our bikes, and gear up for the next stage of our journey. For the last few weeks, we've been cycling almost non-stop with a clear goal in mind: to meet family in Costa Rica and explore some of the country together. We were excited to cross the border, knowing we would arrive right on time.
Where are we?
Costa Rica.
We made it.
Country number 13. It was very, very easy actually, border crossing. We'd heard lots of stories about it being just chaotic and taking hours and hours, but 1 hour exactly.
Yeah, it was okay actually. It was just, we had the right change for the Nicaraguan border, and yeah, it was okay.
First impression of Costa Rica is it's very green. Much greener than Nicaragua. Someone told us yesterday when you cross the border, the temperature gets a lot cooler. Rubbish. It's exactly the same here. Really, really warm, but yeah, it's nice so far.
What happened?
So I came out the cash machine, having got some cash, and somebody said something to me in super fast Spanish. I didn't understand anything. And I realized she wanted me to help her take money out. So I basically did the whole thing for her. I had to put her pen in everything and take money out for her. And I heard her say afterwards, "Oh, I trust him because he's a foreigner." So there we go.
Sweet. Good deal of the day though.
Yeah.
We just got this very beautiful place, and what are you doing here?
Just
No. You're drinking tap water?
drinking tap water. Costa Rica, the first country, it's 100% potable, the water, pretty much everywhere. And it's tasty as well, actually, it's not too bad. First full night in Costa Rica, and apart from the crazy luxury of being able to drink tap water, it's not too different. Tap water.
Tap
It's
water.
good tap water as well.
Really good tap water.
It's yeah, not too different to Nicaragua. In terms of traffic, it's been pretty crazy. It's definitely cleaner. There's less rubbish. Still rubbish, but less rubbish. And yeah, the temperature has not changed. Like somebody said to us before the border, that as soon as you cross the border, it cools right down. Rubbish. It was like 40, 41 degrees yesterday. So today we have 50 kilometers on busy roads. You probably hear the trucks already. And then we have a big climb, and we're going up to a lake next to Volcan Arenal. And from there, a short, about 80 kilometers to La Fortuna, which is where we'll be staying for a couple of weeks. So very excited about a break off the bikes, because we're very, very tired at the moment.
Since we had a fixed day to reach La Fortuna, we opted for the shortest route, Highway number 1. But just after Liberia, we suddenly spotted a sign we hadn't seen anywhere else on our trip so far: no cyclists allowed.
It was incredibly strange. Bike paths would suddenly appear on the side of the road, only to end abruptly, with no cyclists allowed signs popping up again. Where we were supposed to go next was a complete mystery.
We pedaled as fast as we could, since every alternative meant a long detour, and eventually we reached some quieter roads, greeted by friendly locals.
Some guy just stopped in the middle of the road and gave us bananas. Woohoo! Love Costa Rica.
After getting off the busy roads, we are now kind of out in the wilderness in Costa Rica, cycling alongside the Lake Arenal, and it's really stunning. I mean, the road's really pretty quiet, and in terms of how it's been the last couple of days, so we're grateful for that. And yeah, it's so lush and green, and it's a shame because it's clearly harnessing the potential that it has, and the rest of the Central American countries really don't do that. They're just kind of, I don't know, there's a lot more rubbish everywhere, and they clearly just don't create national parks and stuff like they do here. And everything's just so well maintained and really nice. So I've seen monkeys and loads of birds, and Yeah, so far Costa Rica is definitely a thumbs up.
Roughly 25.5% of Costa Rica's land is protected, including about 30 national parks and over 150 protected areas. Around 50% of the country is forested, and it's home to over 60 volcanoes, 6 of which are active, like Arenal and Poas. Although Costa Rica covers just 0.03% of the world's land, it harbours about 5% of the planet's species.
We made it to La Fortuna in Costa Rica, where we're about to take 2 weeks off, so we're very excited about that. But this campsite that we got to, it's like a nature tour in itself. We've seen a tiger snake, we've seen several tropical birds, we saw a basilisk, a green lizard, and the highlight is up in the trees, which you can't see at the moment, but we saw a sloth yesterday. And it's crazy, like these places around here, they charge like $50-$60 for a tour to go and see all these animals, and we've just seen them all camping for like $8. So it's a really amazing place, and Costa Rica is definitely the lushest and greenest place I think we've seen in Central America, apart from maybe the jungle in Guatemala, but everywhere here is just kind of treated like a jungle. So really impressed, and yeah, excited to explore in the next couple of weeks.
Our 2 weeks in La Fortuna were packed with activities, most of which revolved around spotting animals and birds. Each day brought countless new species to discover, from iguanas basking in the sun to sloths dangling from trees, along with a variety of other wildlife. In just 2 weeks, we counted over 100 different bird species, and we absolutely loved every moment of it.
We also took a trip to Refugio de Vida Silvestre Cañón Negro, where we spotted caimans, turtles, howler monkeys, and white-faced capuchins, not to mention an incredible variety of birds, as always. Costa Rica truly lives up to its name as the rich coast, teeming with wildlife and natural beauty.
There was also a lot of magic at night, when the jungle came alive with spiders and frogs emerging from the shadows. It was a time when you never quite knew what might be staring at you from a hidden crevice or a hole.
So we're just about to finish a holiday, and we had 2 weeks off the bikes, and we're ready to go again. How do you feel about it?
Don't really want to go. It's been luxury for 2 weeks. I'm back to slumming it on the bikes, so
Yeah.
take a bit getting used to.
I know, we're exchanging this beautiful pool to probably a lot of, well, cockroach infested rooms, and
I think so, yeah.
yeah,
It's always the worst in the first day or two, but yeah,
Fine.
we'll be fine. Yeah, I'll get back into it very quickly. So
it's time
Yeah.
to say goodbye to the family.
yeah, it's been good. It's been good to catch up with everyone and just chill for a couple of weeks. So
While it was hard to say goodbye to family, we were ready to hit the road again. We loved the lushness of Costa Rica and could never resist pausing to listen to the soothing chorus of cicadas, always echoing beneath a thick canopy.
Our main challenge for the rest of Costa Rica was Steve's exploding inner tube, which happened several times and eventually turned out to be caused by swapping his front and back tires.
Tire just exploded.
oh, such a fright. Not happy at all.
Hello, ladies. Hi. Hello. Oh dear. Super thick fog. A day with a lot of climbing, a lot of narrow mountain roads, trucks, and now we have fog as well. It's a perfect combination. And it's going well, but it's really slow progress. It's 2 o'clock. We left about 9:30, and we have managed to do about 19k, I think, by now. It's just been climbing all day like this. So 30 odd k to go.
Most of the roads in Costa Rica are narrow mountain routes with heavy traffic, so the cycling wasn't always enjoyable. Trucks often gave us little room, not that there was much to give, and impatient drivers were common. Moments like this, caught on camera, happened far more often than we would have liked.
Another thing worth mentioning about Costa Rica is that despite its incredible wildlife and excellent commitment to protecting the environment, around 1/5 of the population still lives below the poverty line. We were also surprised by how expensive food was, far more than we expected. It's obvious that even the most beautiful paradises have their challenges.
We eventually made it to the capital, San Jose, still wishing we could explore more of this beautiful country. But it was time to move on. Can you guess where we're headed to next?